Hey, what's up everybody? This is Romeric, aka Liminal Pulses, and today we're going to be walking through the Turing machine called Sudos by Raw Yaw Media. It's a really amazing module. I got to give a shout out to my boy EasyBot, who did a video of this a couple weeks ago, and as soon as I saw it, not only aesthetically does it look really beautiful with the white buttons, the white knobs, and these really beautiful like 1.5 pixel lines that go out. As soon as you hear it also, if you love sequences, and if you love melodies and harmonies the way I do, and you can sequence things like with the Octones or the Erica Synth Black Sequencer, or you can get a Turing machine which kind of does the notes for you based on randomization, based on it being a Turing machine, and you don't really have to sequence anything. If you learn the device and it's not that hard to understand, all of a sudden you'll have really beautiful notes that the Sudos does for you, and it's really incredible. I'm using the Nebula Monumatic as my voice today with the Sudos, and pairing any voice together is going to be amazing, but I really do love the Monumatic. It's polyphonic, it also has MIDI, and so with these two things together, like when I get this in my rack and I play with any of the voices but primarily Monumatic, I can sit for hours literally hours, and just kind of play around with all the sounds and all the interesting things that it does just by twisting knobs. So today I'm going to walk you through a bunch of different sounds. I'm going to walk you through like how each knob works and how each button works. So to get started, we're just going to play with a little bit of sound for a minute so you guys can hear what this thing does. Then we'll get into specifics. Here we go. Alright, so it's really beautiful, as you can hear. It did all these different sounds just by twisting some knobs, and I haven't even gotten into the buttons yet. So let's get into specifics. We have 5 main knobs here. We have offset, the range of notes that you can hear from low to high. We have randomization, the types of notes that you hear and how it's going to randomize those things. Here's the offset. So low notes. Adding some more high notes, adding some now more high notes. Let's turn that back down. The randomization, how it's being randomized through those notes. Quantization of that sound. We have the rate knob. Right now, the Sudos is being clocked by PAMs at 67 BPM, but as soon as I turn the rate up, it speeds up, as you can hear. So then you can turn PAMs down. Right, pretty cool. Let's go back to 67. And lastly, we have the skip button, which is how many notes that you hear at any given time. So I can turn it all the way up. And right now I'm set to 8 notes. We'll go into those buttons in a minute, and then, right, a little less. A little less now. Even less. Turn up the release on the non-monomatic. Turn down the offset. Change the quant. Add a little bit more high notes from the offset. Now add more notes from skip. Cool, right? Super cool. So those are the knobs. Let's get now into the buttons. We have the number of notes that we hear. You can see we're on 8 right now. We have 4, we have 3, and we have 2. And then 16, 32, 64, and infinity. Right now I'm at 8, as you can hear. Let's change it to 4. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit, the BPM. Let's go to 3. Go to 2. 16. Here's 32. And 64. And of course, if you go to infinity, it'll just keep playing all the notes randomly forever. Those are the buttons. You can also go back to 3. Hold it down, press 2, both lights light up. Now you have 5. Sorry, just bumped my camera. You can go to 5 and add 4 more. So I'm holding 2 and 3 down, hold 4. Now I have 9. And you can do that for all of them. Let's add some drums in here, percussion, to see how that sounds. So when you get that rhythm of 9 notes going, it gets into some really interesting territory. That's really lovely. As soon as I turn the offset down to hear more of those low notes, let's try that again. See if we go lower. Yes. Yep. Change the quant. Let's limit the amounts of notes we hear with skip. That's cool. Let's change out the offset to hear more high notes now. Remember, we're at 9 notes now. Change the quant. What happens with 9 if we change the rate and go higher? It's a little off, so let's go back to 8. Just gonna speed this up a little. Remember, the rate knob is up now. So as soon as I turn the skip up, right, I'm adding more notes. So let's go back to minimal notes. Turn the offset down a bit. That sounds cool, right? But remember, I'm double the speed now with the rate, so let's add more notes to that. Now the skip's all the way up. It's a lot of notes, so we can get our master clock and Pams. Alright, that's cool. I'm going to go back to 0 on the rate. Let's go back to 67 on Pams. Now besides that, if you hold the shift button down, each one of these has like a different scale behind it. So there's scale 1 with the dot, right? If I hit shift down, you hear that shift in tonality. Scale 2, let's see if it changes again. You hear that shift? Basically, you can keep going all the way around. Sometimes you have to tweak a knob to get it to sync up. So that's what shift and the buttons do. They change into different scales. What you can also do with shift is use shift and the offset to go from C to C sharp, the notes light up, the buttons, to D sharp, to E sharp, right? So you keep doing that all the way around. Mute our drums now. So that's how the shift with the offset works. We're going to go back to C. And now we were at 2 notes. We're going to go back to, there's 4. We'll go to 8. You can also modulate things, right? So we'll get Pams going and we'll offset let's start with the randomization. Let's see if we change the offset for that. So Pams is modulating the randomization for the pseudos. We can also do the offset. So here's nothing. Here's with. And take that out. Here's where we were. You can also modulate the quant. I have the offset set up to 70. We can go back down to 58, 50, 25. So yeah, super cool to modulate all those things. And it's just a really wonderful module. As you can see, just me playing with it, the little bit that I have, you can change the scales, you can change the notes, you can change the offset, number of notes, you can skip, you can double the time. And it's just a really beautiful module to create really amazing melodies, sequences, without you, again, really having to do anything except twist some knobs. And there's like 5 altogether, but if you don't change the rate, there's 4 knobs, and it's just not a lot. But underneath that, with the buttons, you can really make something super interesting, especially when you like tweak the time. So it is, like I said, one of the best modules I've ever purchased. It'll be in my rack forever. I love this thing. I'm gonna end the video with some just music. I'm just gonna let it play and kind of mess around a little bit more with this. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't do this all the time, but I felt like I really had to show off the Sudos because it really is one of the greatest modules I'll ever have, and I'm super thankful to Raw Yaw Media for making this. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I'll end with a little bit of music, and yeah, thanks so much. I'm Romeric, Liminal Pulses. Cheers. right, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Romeric, Liminal Pulses. See you next time. Cheers.